This is no. There's no. I ripped this from the fucking wall. All right. Killswitch Engage. First time listening to the Signal Fire from the latest album, Atonement. It's pretty much a few years ago, 2019, I believe. And I was not because there's no way I didn't see the title featuring Howard Jones in there. Howard Jones. David Jones. Bro, no. Okay. So, my first thoughts is, how the fuck is Howard Jones in this fucking song, bro? You didn't even have the title featuring Howard Jones from United Torch X Killswitch Engage, bro. What the hell is this? This is like a fucking surprise in the metalcore world. Bro, this is the greatest collab in the history, you know? It's like almost getting like Tupac and Kiss together. It's like getting Ice Cube and Korn. And it's like getting Run DMC and Aerosmith. And what the fuck do we get? In the metal business, in the metal world, we got Howard the fucking Jones. My favorite metalcore singer of all time, bro. He's the number one metalcore singer in my opinion. Number one, not number two, not number 3, 4, 5. This, bro, I don't even know what to say, man. All I have to say is, this song is fucking awesome. And there's no way you guys know how much I miss the old Killswitch Engage. I know the first 2 albums, they are great. They're really great. But when I was younger, like in the teen years, I hated Jesse Leach's fucking vocals in the first album. Alive or Just Breathing, it's pretty good. But when Howard came around in 2003 or whatever, my favorite album from Killswitch is The End of Heartache. Because why? It's because it's the greatest fucking metalcore album of the year and of the fucking universe. You can hate me if you want to. I know a lot of you Jesse Leach fans out there might hate Howard. A few might do it. A few might already like respect him because he's still a great singer and a screamer and a growler, whatever. But in my opinion, Howard Jones is probably the greatest metalcore singer in the fucking universe. How come? First of all, everybody knows Howard Jones' voice. When he sings clean, when he's not screaming, you recognize him when he's screaming too. That's what I say, because first of all, the funny thing about Howard is because when he starts to scream this high-pitched scream, you know exactly who that is. You don't even need to see the music video. You can just hear it. And you hear Howard Jones screaming like he's screaming his guts off. I'm so fucking happy I found this song, bro. I haven't actually heard it myself. It's the first time. And the only song that I remember hearing from Atonement is I Can't Be the Only One and I Am Broken Too and Unleashed. Those are the and the Chuck Billy from Testament collab, The Crownless King. That's also pretty dude. It's a pretty good song. So let me break it down. When I first discovered Killswitch Engage, it was when the album The Hand of Heartache was new. I remember I tried my best to get the CD. I never got it. I still don't have it. I wish I had. It was around when I used to listen to Eminem back then, before he like got backlash for the Encore album and stuff. It came out in the same year, you know, the album, as The End of Heartache did. Not the same day, since Encore from Eminem was released on my birthday in 2004. 12th November, just like Infinite in 96. That was 1 year before I was born. 2 albums from 12th November 96 and 12th November 2004. Eminem released 2 albums on my birthday. But yeah, it's not about Eminem, but I just want to point out because I was listening a lot to Encore when I discovered the Killswitch. Yeah. So honestly, this song was a really masterpiece already, no doubt. I know there's a lot of guys out there who probably can't stand Howard Jones' voice. But man, he's a goddamn monster. And if you are a big die-hard fan of Howard Jones, we all know he's like a black god, the black singer, like a black god singer of metalcore. Just like Seven Dust, and I think there's a black guy in the Seven Dust who sings. I can't remember his name though. And the guy in Fire from the Gods, and the guy in Inferius. It's not a big band, but it's a really fucking awesome band. I've made a reaction once. I'm gonna make a reaction later, perhaps. But sorry guys for the Heresy Week 6 got fucked up today. I'm gonna start the Heresy Week 7 instead, or maybe continue the Heresy Week 6 about 2 weeks. Because I just forgot all about making a fucking reaction, and it took a lot of days. So I decided to I'm gonna postpone it. I'm gonna postpone the 6th week of Heresy. But otherwise, back to Howard Jones. I mean, I stopped listening to Killswitch when Howard fucking left the band. I was like fucking devastated. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna listen to them anymore. This is gonna suck. And then I heard Jesse Leach was going to return. I was like, man, god damn it. I don't want more Jesse Leach. But when I started listening again, I think it was 1 year after the Disarmed Descent was released in 2013, I gave it a chance in 2014. And around that time, I also listened, because I'm going back to Eminem now. Every time Eminem drops something that year, I'm listening to over and over again, you know? So I was listening to the Marshall Mathers LP2 pretty much all the time. And that was also when Dishonored the Sun came out, you know, 2013. And when I listened to it, I heard The Hell in Me. It was a pretty good song. And then All That We Have, I think there is a song called. I can't remember. Bloodstains is a pretty good song too. Turning Point. But, you know, I didn't like the album that much either. It sounded like fucking soft metalcore. I don't know if that's the right word to say. But I didn't like it that much, but it grew on me, honestly. So when I continued listening through the album, I didn't actually even skip any songs. I just listened the entire. That's what I do when bands I like, or rappers, or other musicians. So then Incarnate came out, and I was like, man, no more Jesse Leach album, bro. But before 2016, I was like, I've discovered Devil You Know. I didn't. Before I actually knew it was Howard Jones as the lead singer, you know. I didn't know about that, but I heard a song called 7 Years Alone. And I was like, shit. I didn't see the music video. I have actually not even seen it yet. I don't believe it. I don't think so. Perhaps I'm gonna make that a reaction too soon. And I was like, dude, I recognize this voice. And then he started singing clean. I was like, man, this is Howard Jones! And I was like, fuck Killswitch, I'm not gonna listen to them anymore. I'm gonna listen to Devil You Know. When the album The Beauty of Destruction came out back in 2014, it's like 9 years ago, when the band was formed. Like, now it's probably 11 years. I think 2012 or 2013 they formed the band. I was like, All Shall Perish. I thought there was a guy from All Shall Perish in there too. And I was like, shit, this is gonna be a real fucking album. And I listened to the entire album. I love every fucking song from the first album. And the second album came in 2015, They Bleed Red. Holy smokes! My favorite song from that album is Your Last Breath and the Survivor cover of Eye of the Tiger. Man, I was so happy because now I don't need to listen to Killswitch anymore. When I usually don't, going back to the End of Heartache or the other albums with Howard. So then after 2015, I was like back in 2017 when Revival of Eminem came out. I was like, where the fuck is Devil You Know? And I heard so much of the Eminem's new album Revival coming out, and I was like listening to that entirely all the time. And I heard it fucking hate the stuff. Yeah, I know I'm going back to Eminem again. But I'm gonna point out my experience of what happened, you know? So in 2017, I was wondering where Devil You Know was before I realized they have changed the name from Devil You Know to Light the Torch. I think in 2018, Light the Torch released their third album, or the first album with a new name, with Howard Jones as the lead singer, called Revival. A month later after Eminem's Revival. It was a pretty coincidence, you know? And I was like, damn, this album was pretty good. My favorite song back then when a Revival from Light the Torch came out, my favorite from that year was Die Alone, and Calm Before the Storm, and The Safety of Disbelief, and Virus. But today my favorite song from that album is like, it's still Virus, and Judas Convention, and The Sound of Violence, and what the fuck, I can't remember the others. There's a song called Raise the Dead. And The God I Deserve, I used to like it, but now I don't even like it anymore, actually. And then I was like waiting again. Like back in 2020, I was like, where the fuck is Light the Torch now? I hope for like an album every 2 years. sorry Howard, but I'm a big fan, you know. And I was like, nah. Then there was there came an update. They were gonna release You Will Be the Death of Me in 2021. And I was like, yeah! More Howard Jones, fuck Killswitch. But you know, back after Revival by Light the Torch came out in 2018, I believe, Killswitch made a album called Atonement. I didn't actually see Howard Jones' name on the album, because I know now, in this song, he's featured in here. You saw my reaction, I saw the bald-headed black guy, I was like, god damn, son of a... You saw me, I reacted fucking surprised there. I have never actually seen this fucking video. It was the greatest thing I saw. Seeing Howard again. In Killswitch. Fucking A, man. Those, the End of Heartache, As Daylight Dies, and Killswitch Engaged from 2009, those are my favorite Killswitch albums. Man, shut the fuck up. What the fuck happened? So, then I was like, now I have to wait longer for another Light the Torch album. Now it's been 2 years again. And I'm still wondering what the hell, when they're gonna make something again. If Howard's gonna make something. But you know, and after, I don't remember which album came first, by Cyan or Light the Torch. But I realized that Howard Jones were going to collab with Jared Dines, the YouTube guitarist, growler, or screamer, whatever you want to call him. And I've been following Jared Dines for a lot of years on YouTube. And I was like, this is not happening. And I heard the Science self-titled album in 2021. Holy fuck. What? Dude, I really pray to God they will make a second album, at least one more album with Jared and Howard. I was like, I want that now. I want that to happen in the future. It doesn't have to happen today, or this year, or next year. Only make sure you're doing it someday in the future. Please, Howard, please, Jared, you need to do it, because Cyan, motherfucker, that's a great ass album. My favorite song is Drown and Dying of the Light. And more. I even like all the songs, man, except for one song. I can't remember the name right now. Yeah, I can't remember it. I didn't listen. The Blade, I love it. The fucking Skyfall, Buried Alive and Wide Awake, Inside a Hollow. Holy smokes, Howard is fucking great. And the breakdown of the end of Dying of the Light is like a fucking deathcore song, and you got Howard there. But he didn't do anything, like he didn't do guttural fucking growling. That's what I wanted him to do. I was like, holy shit, he's gonna do something nasty. But no, he didn't. But it was a great song. So I'm really happy for Science album, and I hope they will make an album in the future. At least one more. I would appreciate it so much if they made a one other Cyan album. And I know Jared Dines made a project with Matt Heafy from Trivium, aka, not aka, but also Ibaraki, whatever you want to call it. It's a great ass album too. And he filled up with Killswitch once, I believe, and maybe Volbeat. I'm not sure. But also, I hope if I could choose something, I would like to have Howard Jones collaborating with Eminem and Volbeat. Why? Because Howard has this great clean singing stuff, you know, and Eminem used those things in choruses, you know, in his rap songs. And it would be amazing to hear a rock version or like a rocky rap song by Eminem with Howard Jones singing in the chorus, you know? That would be something really awesome to hear. Or maybe a little bit screaming too, you know? Maybe, if Eminem wants it. I don't even know. But also I want to say that Howard has done a lot of collaborations during the years. He's been in a band called Blood Has Been Shed. That's the first band, and that's also one of my favorite bands of all time. Hold on. I was just making sure my mom didn't come up. I still think she's away. Hold on, I need to text my girlfriend. See if she's still alive. So he's been like doing songs with Within the Temptation, I believe, and I Set to Kill, and so many others like this Violent New Breed. Can't remember all the songs, and Dee Snider from Twisted Sister, of course, The Hardest Way, and Of Sulfur. So with this being said, I love this song now, and I have to go. I have to end this episode. So hope you enjoy, and see you in the next one. Bye.